My father said it like it was nothing, like he was commenting on the weather. Calm, casual, final. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't hesitate. He just looked at me over dinner and said they needed my workspace back. My younger brother wanted it. He needed a place to stream. That single sentence erased 3 years of quiet effort. 3 years of contracts, late nights, fixing problems while everyone else slept. I smiled, nodded, and said I'd clear the room the next day. What I didn't say was that something inside me shut down right there at the table, and something else quietly woke up. I was 26, the fixer, the dependable one, the daughter who never panicked. When the internet dropped, I fixed it. When the printer jammed, I crawled under desks. When the car made a noise no one could describe, I stayed up Googling until I figured it out. My parents bragged about me to friends right before asking me for another favor. I was proud of being capable. I didn't realize capability had slowly turned into expectation. The room they took wasn't fancy. It was a converted spare space near the garage. No lock, no privacy, just a desk, a chair I saved up for, and a folding table holding my second monitor. But that room mattered. Every invoice went out from there. Every whispered client call. Every night I chose work over sleep. That room paid bills no one acknowledged. Electricity, groceries, insurance, repairs. None of that came up at dinner. Only my brother's potential did. He barely looked up from his phone when my father spoke. He just smiled, already imagining lights and microphones where my work had lived. My mother nodded, saying he had momentum. I remember the hum of the refrigerator sounding louder than usual. I waited for anger. It didn't come. Just a quiet collapse in my chest. I agreed because that's what I always did. Being reliable taught people you'd absorb disappointment without making noise. That night, I sat in the dark listening to my brother laughing through the wall, already claiming space that wasn't officially his yet. That's when I realized it wasn't about the room. It never was. This had been happening my whole life. When I saved for my first laptop as a teenager, he got a brand new phone. When I worked 2 jobs in college, he quit school twice and got sympathy instead of responsibility. When the furnace broke, I paid. When the car stalled, I fixed it. I told myself it was family. But sitting there, I finally named it for what it was. Affection mixed with entitlement. That night, I opened a tab I'd never seriously considered before. Military recruitment. Not for glory, not for pride, for structure, for boundaries. For a system where effort mattered and space wasn't taken just because you were quiet enough to give it up. I filled out the form slowly. When it asked why I was interested, I wrote one honest sentence. I want responsibility to be shared. The next morning, I packed my workspace silently. No speeches. No drama. My brother walked in halfway through, impressed that I was actually leaving. My parents looked relieved. The room emptied fast. That same afternoon, the recruiter called. Calm, professional, clear. For the first time in a long time, someone spoke to me without assuming I'd fix things for them. When I told my family I was considering enlistment, they didn't panic. They didn't ask why. They thought it was a phase. Another thing I'd handle and move past. They didn't realize it was an exit. I didn't change everything at once. I just stopped anticipating needs. I stopped fixing problems before they were voiced. When groceries ran low, I didn't rush out. When the Wi-Fi failed, I didn't move. Confusion followed. Irritation. Silence. The house didn't collapse, it sputtered. And that told me everything I needed to know.